The 943rd edition of the MMA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code MMA SGPN.
Heidi Ho DeGenerinos, welcome to episode 943 of the MMA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, dedicated to Diego Brandao. We'll let you know why very, very shortly. I am your host. I've changed my name finally. I'm Simon Decker, aka Jeff Fox. Hopefully that name doesn't mean something bad, but I think I Googled it before. Hopefully he's not a actor like Ahmed Vert. Anyhow, thanks for coming to the show. We got some regional action. Anthony Pettis, FC 20. Going down this week. We've covered Anthony Pettis before. This looks like a pretty solid fight card. So we'll cover that very, very shortly. Alongside me, I'm not covering it by myself, of course, it's Daniel Gumby Roland. He told me Diego Brandao is getting an episode dedicated to him. Now he's going to tell all of us why. I assume it has to do with money, Gumby. So, probably gambling and money, right?
He was the main event of Tough Enough this past week, and we broke down his fight. I said he was going to be a dog against Kai Kamaka, and he cashed as an underdog. He was 350 at open, 650 at close.
No way.
So
you didn't predict that, did you? You didn't predict.
I didn't predict it that big. Nope. But I did take it that big. And so
did you get it at 650 too?
Oh yeah. Well, like you get down on it when you see it at 350. You're like, oh, that's an underdog I like. And then like fight time rolled around, and I'm like, how do you not double down when it's 650, right? Like, how do you not just like, get in on a little more? So and nice. I watched the fight. Super exciting. I don't know how this dude is doing what he's doing at 38. I won't wildly speculate, but like this dude
okay.
I mean, he's found a new gear otherwise, right? Like that's the thing about him is like
gear. Gear's a code name for that too, by the way. But anyhow,
he got
a new gear.
He's throwing spinning stuff and shooting takedowns for 5 rounds against like younger UFC level dudes, and he's now won 3 in a row. He knocked off a prospect that like everybody wanted them to sign from Canada, right? In Jamie Sarai, and now he beat Kai Kamaka, who was on this crazy win streak. He's like won their title, defended it twice. He looks incredible. He's still fast and explosive, and I mean, I doubted him in the Jamie Siraj fight, and that's why I didn't doubt him this time. Is because like he keeps proving people wrong. He also gave maybe one of the most unhinged comments not in his pre-fight. His pre-fight, somebody said something about like, is it still kind of like your thought that you could make the UFC? Like you're a high level regional champion. A fight with Kai Kamaka. Are you thinking about possibly at 38 years old trying to make a run to the UFC? And he said, including this fight, I feel like I'm only 3 fights away from a title shot in the UFC.
I saw that headline. I didn't see the end of it. I said 3 fights away. I was thinking he thinks he's 3 fights away from getting back to the UFC. Yeah, that's probably reasonable.
No, from the title. He thinks he's about to fight Volkanovski. And like, look, dude, I'm pumped you won. And like, could the UFC sign him for like a short notice fight at 38? They could. Yeah. Like if they needed a 45er this weekend, I mean, probably not this weekend. He's probably pretty tired from that last fight. But like for that last December card or something like that, they need a short notice turnaround. Can't find a guy. He's, he can make weight. Yeah. Why not bring him back for a fight or two? He is not 2 fights away because now he's had one of those 3 fights. He is not 2 fights away from a UFC title.
Yeah, I guess the days of people stepping into title fights short notice are kind of over. That used to happen back in the olden days. We'd have, who was it?
Joe Soto.
Yes, that's who I was thinking of. Yeah,
when Henan Barao slipped in the sauna.
Yes, that was the one I was thinking of. So yeah, it's good times, I guess, for Tough Enough though. I'm sure this is great for them, having a name that people kind of know in the sport are doing big things. So and it's more importantly, it's good for everyone that followed Gumby in his place. So we got some Anthony Pettis to talk about today. Probably similar level, maybe a little bit below Tough Enough. This is more of a entry level or a little bit higher than that promotion, but fighters do make their way up the ranks from here, especially.
I put this one right around Uriah Faber A1.
Yeah. but it's got the name on it and it's got good affiliation, so fighters can make it out of this promotion as well. Before we dive into it, reminder, NBA is on. Gummy and I are killing it this year in the NBA, but so are the guys, I'm sure. Excuse me, at the NBA Gambling Podcast. Check it out for daily picks, podcasts, and all the good stuff. So tune into the NBA Gambling Podcast wherever you get your podcasts. All right, Anthony Pettis FC 20. Milwaukee Fight Night 9, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. This is
I love that name.
You like the name? Fight. They've had 9 fights total in Milwaukee, and this is 8 fights. This will be the 9th fight. This is a Sunday one, which is fun. I like it when they're different days. Sunday night, 8 p.m. So you only have one football game to get in the way. 20 fights. We're going to cover all of them, including all the amateur fights, because Gumby knows about all these fights, right?
No, I don't know about all of them, but we are going to cover 5 of them.
Yeah, there you go. And then he'll have plenty to choose from for the bonus stuff. So this is, as I said, Sunday 8 p.m. UFC Fight Pass, which is good. You can watch this while you're watching your NFL. It is taking place at the Potawatomi Casino Event Center in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I've never been there. I've never been even through Milwaukee, I don't think. Gumby, you have any Milwaukee with people?
No, I haven't been to Milwaukee either.
Yeah, I have to. I don't even know if I've been to Wisconsin. Maybe not. Anyhow, no one really cares. This is a big fight card. We're going to break it down. A heck of a lot of fights fell off this card as well. I'm assuming the ones we're going to cover, I'm going to say they're short notice because it's almost impossible to find out when these fights fell off and when they didn't, because people aren't really reporting a heck of a lot on Anthony Pettis Fight Championship, but maybe Gumby would know. Let's dive into the first fight. We've talked about this gentleman before, one half of this fight at the very least. Once I finally scroll up to it, there's so many fights.
We've talked about both.
Right, yeah, I remember both names now. There's a lot of scrolling to get to it. All right, here we go. Gabriel Wanderley. Of course, I remember that name. He's from Brazil, not surprisingly. He's fighting Ty Johnson, United States of America. They're fighting at a bantamweight 135. No odds yet, but you can always check spots probably within a couple of days after this episode drops. We'll tell you about Johnson first. La Polona is 14-8, 2 knockouts, 8 submissions. He's been knocked out 3 times, submitted 3 times. 1-0 in Anthony Pettis. I'll just say APFC for sure. He's won the championship in that one fight, and then he moved to greener pastures, and now he's back again. Lost over his last 3, 8-2 over his last 10. Got TKO'd in his last fight. 0-1 in PFL. Moth Regional Championship on his
mantle.
Correct. Get our shirts, get our merch, sportsgamblingpockets.com/store. He's fought at 145 and 155. You got a draw in professional grappling bout. Wanderley, the Recife Shark, 5-2, 1 knockout, 4 submissions. He's been submitted once. He owes his rounds. This is his debut in Anthony Pettis Fight Championship. 2-2 over his last 4. He got submitted in his last bout. That was back in November 2024. He went 4-2 in Fury FC. He has fought at 145. 5 years younger, 5 inches taller, 2-inch reach advantage over Johnson.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Gabriel Wanderley. I think he's probably gonna be a favorite. Probably just over 2, like -210, 215. And the reason I like him in this fight is Ty Johnson's a guy who really likes grappling. But you've seen him be out grappled by like better wrestlers in the past. Like, you know, you think of he fought Bryce Meredith in I think that was a PFL fight. He fought Bryce Meredith. He went 15 minutes with him, but like mostly just like in the worst positioning all the time. He does seem to be particularly hittable. It doesn't seem like he's, you know, very good at striking defense or anything like that. And, you know, he is tough, but like, you know, that being the term you use on somebody is sometimes not a compliment, right? Like when you're saying that he's really tough. And it's like, yeah, that sucks. And so Gabriel Wanderley, on the other hand, very light on his feet. I don't like that sometimes his defense involves like a lot of leaning. You know, that's one of my least favorite things. Yep. And it's caught him before too. You know, if you watch his fight, I think it was with Santos Verdinez over in, did he fight in LFA?
Not that I know of,
no, maybe it wasn't Santos Verdinez then. Maybe that's somebody else who fought Santos Verdinez. Anyway, in one of his past fights, he got like tagged, and like his first instinct is to go heel hook when he gets tagged. His jiu-jitsu is good too, but like he's kind of like overconfident in how well it'll work and like gets himself punched sometimes. So like I think that's a problem. However, like I also just don't think Ty Johnson's going to tag him. So like the bottom line is like Wanderley just has to decide that this is a striking match, and he's so much faster on the feet. And while he might be verging on being as hittable as Ty Johnson, he's also just like a better strike. Like he can exploit it, and I don't think Johnson can. So I'm going to take Gabriel Wanderley probably as a pretty sizable favorite.
All right, Wanderley locked in. We are going up the old fight card. We're at 155 now. Motaz, Askar from Palestine, Felipe, Martinez, Donis from the United States of America. I'll tell you about Donis, or it's Donis. Do we know?
I can't imagine it's Donis with a name like Felipe Martin or Martinez.
Yes.
Yeah, like that's got to be Donis.
Donis, you can call him Midas though, if you like. He's 6-4, 2 knockouts, 3 submissions. He's been knocked out twice, submitted twice. He also has rounds. He's taking this fight, I believe, on short notice. Anyhow, he is a replacement regardless. It's his debut. Yeah, it's his debut in APFC. He's won 1 of 3 and 2 of 5. TKO win in his last bout. 1 and 3 in LFA. He's fed at 145. Askar Izzo, you can call him. He's obviously a big Michigan State fan. He's 5-2, 2 knockouts, 2 submissions. He's never been finished in a fight. 1-1 in APFC. He's won 2 of 4. He lost his last bout. That was back in November 2023. He's not won since September 2023. He went 0-1 in LFA. He's fight at 145. 6 years younger than Donis.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with Askar. I think he's going to be like a -350 favorite. And I would just say, if that is the case, this is one of those ones that you don't put in a parlay no matter what. I do think Askar wins. I'm picking him to win, gun to my head, even money odds, whatever. I would take Askar. I think his number is going to be so big that I would be risk averse to it. And the reason is like Askar's fun to watch. He's like a stocky little juggernaut who throws like big mean hooks. He's got some pretty nice top control on his own. When somebody shoots a double on him, he's got nice heavy hips. But one of the things I don't necessarily like about him is like sometimes his clinch work doesn't look great. And he got one of his kicks caught in a past fight and he wound up on bottom. And he really didn't seem to have very many ideas on what to do there. And that's like alarming, right? Because like then if he fights anybody who can put him on his back twice, he could, lose 2 out of 3 rounds just like that. And so like I already wouldn't like him at that price anyway. And then like Donis is like looked good in some of this. Like he's the one who fought Santos Verdinez. I'm almost positive of that now. I remember watching a Santos Verdinez fight, and like this is the guy who fought him. But he like held his own in that fight. He did get tagged and wound up getting submitted in it. But like, he held his own in that fight. I do like his work in the clinch, which, as I just mentioned, is one of Askar's issues. He throws really nice knees to the body. I think just my problem is like, unless he finds a way to just like knee Askar in the body nonstop, or to keep getting in the clinch, or to get a slip and a trip and winding up on top, I think Askar just has like the ways to win in this fight. I would just worry that there are enough holes in Askar's game that I wouldn't want him at 350. So I'm going to take Motaz Askar, but like with some reservations here, because Felipe Donis is just not as bad as I think people think he is.
Okay, a tentative pick, but we don't lean. We don't lean, and we don't hedge. We just give you straight picks, right? So take Askar. Just don't put your life savings on it. All right, before we dive into more plays, mybookie.ag, we are brought to you by them. It'd be odd if we weren't brought to you by them, and I'm going to talk about them anyhow. MyBookie is your place to bet in football and everything else. Their prop builder is second to none. Their motto is bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. Easy deposit, lightning fast payouts using crypto. Check out the UFC lines that we always talk about over at MyBookie, plus a lot of the regional events as well. Head to mybookie.ag, use promo code MMASGPN for 100% bet back bonus up to $500 for new customers. So that's mybookie.ag, promo code MMASGPN. And we're brought to you by Novig, Novig, all one word. Novig is America's #1 sports production market. Novig, you're getting the best prices because they have reduced juice on bets. Novig is available in 35 plus states. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use our promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. All right, we're going to more fights, obviously. We are not done here. We're just going up the fight card to featherweight now. Emiliano Linares. He is from a South American country, I can tell you much. Ecuador. He is fighting an American, Nick Aguirre. You may recognize that name. 3 5-minute rounds, 145. Aguirre, slick Nick. 9-3, 3 knockouts, 6 submissions. He's been knocked out once, submitted once. He owes his rounds. 1-0 in APFC. He's won 2 of 3 and 2 of 5. Got TKO'd in his last bout. He's a regional champ. He went 0-2 in the UFC. Used to fight at 135 and 155. He's 1-0 as a pro grappler. He's an inch taller than Linares. He's got a 2-inch reach advantage. Golden Boy Linares, 9-5, 7 knockouts, 1 submission. He's been knocked out 3 times. He's taken this fight as a replacement, so we're going to say it's a short notice debut.
Yeah, do you know who he's replacing too?
It was another name. Oh, yeah, Jonathan Brookins.
Jonathan Brookins, former tough champion. Jonathan Brookins.
40-something now, I think, isn't he? Like, yeah, interesting.
I don't know. Is he that old?
I thought he was one of maybe I missed.
I mean, I thought he was younger. That he's the one who beat Michael Johnson, right?
I think
tough.
so.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, interesting. So Linares has lost 2 straight and won 1 of 5. He last won a fight in November 2023. He went 0-1 in Contender Series because he lost to
Jack Jenkins.
Yes, good loss. He's fight at 135 and 155, a year younger than Aguirre.
So I think Aguirre, massive favorite here, like 400s kind of range. And this is my big swing on an underdog on this guy. I'm going to take Emiliano Linares. And it's not because I don't like Aguirre. Like, he's a good wrestler. His jiu-jitsu is pretty damn good as well. But he's got 2 major flaws in his game that I worry about here. The first one being his gas tank ain't great. He had a title fight. His last fight, he fought John Yanis over in Fury, and just like clearly got tired in that fight. Just got outworked by Yanis. And then the other problem I have with him is his striking just never has seemed to catch up to his grappling. He's way too slow on his feet, looks very uncomfortable, and you kind of know he's going to shoot. And then on Linares' side, like, look, part of his problem is he lets people take him down. He's okay with it because it's going to bring him to the grappling. But like on the feet, I think he's so much better than Aguirre. Like he's kind of got a karate style. He does that like you remember when Loyola Machida used to like blitz forward and throw like straight punches, but his like legs were way behind him. He kind of does something similar to that once in a while. So he's got like kind of a fun striking game, not like a super interesting striking game, but a fun one. He's good at jiu-jitsu. He's damn good at jiu-jitsu. He actually swept. If you go back and watch that fight with Jack Jenkins, the round ends with him in Jack Jenkins in like top turtle. And he's just like,
that's a good name.
Yeah. He's just lightening him up with strikes. So like he swept Jack Jenkins and wound up in a good grappling position there. I think he can probably survive the early onslaught from Nick Aguirre and like, then just like, find his own moments on the feet. And if he chooses to like actually stuff takedowns and try to stop takedowns, I think he'll actually have kind of an easy time in this fight. So give me Emiliano Linares.
All right, lock it in. And if I looked up Jonathan Brookins, 1985, he was born. He just turned 40 a couple months ago. There you go. Yeah, we're all getting old, Gumby. He made his comeback earlier this year and got TKO'd. So before that, he hadn't fought in 8 years. So
I interviewed him right before he was about to make the comeback the first time.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Well, there you go. That's why he's getting TKO'd and pulling out of fights. The Gumby touch. All right, co-main event is at flyweight, which is fun. Jake Scott, Miguel Sanson. They are both from the United States of America. Sanson is 8-2 with 3 knockouts. He's never been finished himself. 3-0 in APFC. He's won 4 straight and 4 of 6. 5-2 in LFA. His fought at 135 and 140. Scott Showtime. He stole a nickname from the owner of the promotion. 8-0, 3 knockouts, 2 submissions. This is his debut in the promotion. Multi-region championships on his
mantle.
Correct. Get a shirt, get a merch, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store. He's fought at 135, 145, 150. He's a year younger than Sanson.
I think Scott's going to be the favorite here, right? He's 8-0 versus a guy who's 6-2. And I'm going to go dog here. I'm going to go Miguel Sanson. I think probably we're looking at like not 2-1. So probably like plus 170, plus 180 on Sanson. And while Scott's good, he creates a lot of power and not a lot of space. He's one of those guys who can hit you with what seems like not a big shot and it turns into a big shot. He even has that power moving backwards, which is maybe one of the more impressive things. Like I've seen him knock guys out while he was like running backwards. But I've seen Scott kind of bullied against the cage a couple of times in the past. He's been pushed up against the cage, worn out there, kind of beat up with knees and, whatever. And like Sanson's kind of pretty damn good at that. Like the only people who have ever beat Miguel Sanson are guys who can scramble with him and win those grappling exchanges. He got beat by Mark Climaco, obviously like a very good regional grappler. He got beat by Antoine Ho, pretty much by getting out scrambled by Antoine Ho. And outside of that, like nobody's been able to hang with him. Like he out grappled Jordan Burkholder. He looks really, really, really good when he is the aggressor in the grappling. And, with the fact that Jake Scott has fought guys who are far below Miguel Sanson in terms of their ability levels, and even they have found moments where they could just hold him against the cage and just like wear on him and beat on him. Like, I think Miguel Sanson is going to have much, much more success there. And then the other thing I really like about Sanson is he does a really good job of blending his grappling with his striking. I'm usually one of the first people to criticize when somebody like looks like they're just switching between grappling and striking and can't put it together. He's got above average striking to begin with, and like the way he blends it with a takedown is very, very nice. So I'm going to go Miguel Sanson here, probably as an underdog as well.
All right. That's what we like to get. A lot of live dogs in here. All right. Before we get to the main event and the lightning round, speaking of dogs, Underdog Fantasy is a great place to play fantasy pick'em, where you can win up to 500 times your entry. Simply pick higher or lower on your favorite player stats. It's available for a ton of sports. Gumby's going to give you a winner right now.
Sure, you're getting this in your ears on Monday. I'm going to go with Jeff's Phoenix Suns and Jeff's favorite player on the Phoenix Suns. I'm going to take the higher than on Dylan Brooks's three-pointers made. He shot 14 on Saturday. That's right. Take that, 14 attempts. And that got him higher than the mark that he needed. They're playing the Jazz. Could be a shootout. Give me the higher than Dylan Brooks's three-pointers made.
Such a horrible game that's going to be. All right. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with our code MMA SGPN. And Rhythm, RITHMM. Rhythm is crushing it in college football and NFL with picks and props. Rhythm is also giving away weekly cash prizes just for tracking your bets in the app. Track 5 bets of the same type from any model you build, and you can win $1,000. Gumby, help the people. Give them a play.
Let's see. We got, I guess if it's Monday, we ought to be playing Monday Night Football, right? We shouldn't be ignoring that's out there. So, we got the, who is it this week? We got the Commanders. They're going to be in there with the Chiefs. I'd say let's trust the Commanders to cover the spread here. The Chiefs have been winning quite a bit in finding ways to win, but it's never all that pretty. So we'll take the Commanders with the points.
All right. Use promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm and use promo code SGPN25. And to the main event we go, and we got a title on the line. The APFC Middleweight Championship. The champion is Roland. Dunlap, the challenger Miguel. Tovar, 5-minute rounds, 185. You can call the challenger Mikey if you like. Mikey Tovar, 6-5-1 with 3 knockouts. He's been knocked out twice, submitted twice. This is his debut, stepping right into a title fight in the promotion. He's won 3 straight and 4 of 7. He's fed at 170, 1-0 as a pro boxer. The champ, the dream, Dunlap, 5-0 with 1 no contest, 2 knockouts, 1-0 with 1 no contest in APFC. He is the champion. He won the belt in his last fight. 1-0 in PFL, 2-0 in LFA. He's fed at 205. He fought pro karate, got a no contest, 3 inches taller than the challenger Tovar.
Yeah, this is obviously Roland Dunlap's fight. Not only is he the champ coming in here, but we're talking 5-0 versus what 6-5-1? Is that what you said for Tovar?
He's got a little bit of everything. He is.
Yeah, and it's
5-1. You're right. Yep.
Yeah, it's not good. If you watch this fight, he had a recent fight with a guy named Orlando Sanders. Just like a really good body lock got him down whenever Tovar didn't want to be on the ground. Like Sanders just watched forward. As soon as he needed a takedown, he's just like body lock, and we do it. And Dunlap, look, do I think he's like a hot middleweight prospect? Nah, I think he's got a ways to go. But he's got a pretty okay jab. He seems to be really flexible in the legs for a middleweight. Like he throws, kicks to the mid and high portions of things. He clearly wants a takedown, doesn't have particularly great takedowns. But they'll be good enough to get Tovar down. Also, when he fails on takedowns, he works the knees in the clinch pretty well. As much as I would like to try to find an underdog, Jim, here, this is Roland Dunlap's fight, and I would be surprised if you could get him less than -750. So, give me Roland Dunlap.
Ugh. -750. Don't like that. All right, Dunlap, lock him in. He's got to give you a winner regardless. How nasty the odds could be. All right, he's got Dunlap. He's got Sanson. He's got Linares. He has got Askar. He has got Wanderley. And he's got a lightning round plays for you. Is that Bam Boom Pow?
Yeah, so first one I'm going to take Alan Holloway. Holloway 1-0 prospect, real fun AMI career, very electric on the feet, and he's going to be fighting just a guy who they found hanging out near the arena somewhere.
Nice.
If they offer odds on this fight, he'll probably be 4,000 or something like that. But you're looking for somebody who to be excited about on these prelims. Alan Holloway is a good one. Another one I like is Shamar Williams, 4-1 prospect. I think he lost his debut fight and has been pretty damn good since then. But he's just like an absolute athlete, very, very, very good, and he seems to be rounding his game out more. So once again, that's Shamar Williams and Alan Holloway.
All right, you're set for Anthony Pettis Fighting Championship at 20. We'll be in the Discord hanging out, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Discord. You can also check us out on YouTube if you have not already. MMA Gambling Podcast. Hit us up in the comments there. Twitter, SGPN MMA. He's at Gummy Vreeland. I'm at Jeff Fox Writer. At Jeff Fox Writer on Instagram. Check out my Substack. Enter my free UFC Pick'em contest. Read my articles, including UFC picks, obviously, and UFC Draft Kings lineups at moneymma.substack.com. Gummy's got Top Turtle MMA Podcast. One interview locked in. The other one, a mystery interview, right?
Yeah, we're going to be talking to Isaac Dulgarian this week, which is a pretty exciting one. You might see somebody on this card or an Octagon card. We're shuffling some things around. There's going to be a regional MMA fighter joining Isaac not joining Isaac Dulgarian, joining me after I join Isaac. You've just listen to the show.
Just listen to Top Turtle wherever you get your podcasts. And we're at sportsgamblingpodcast.com, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Patreon. We better get out of here if Gumby can't even talk now. Usually it's me that has issues. Go ahead, Gumby. Get us out.
All right. I'm Dana Gumby Friend. He's Slick Jeff Fox, and we will see you tomorrow.